diary didn't end. It waited for another soul, tethered by the same blood, bound by the same covenant. I thought I had escaped the story, but the story had only just remembered me. The Crimson Covenant has been reopened. It began with silence, not death, not screams, just silence. The ribbon was warm once, crimson velvet, soaked in promises. Now, it pulses with memories that are not mine, but demand to be lived. The silver fangs, once a mark of legacy, are cold, hollow, as if they've never tasted blood, never known devotion or betrayal. But they lie, just like she did. You see, I believed I was the last chapter, the final act in an old cursed play. But the ink was never mine. The story was always hers. Evangeletta. She left me a name, a whisper, a ribbon, and now it burns. It burns through my memories, scorches my truths, until all that remains is a voice, not my own, begging to be remembered. Tell me, if you heard the scream buried in silk, would you pull the thread? The ribbon trembled in my hand, like it knew what I didn't. Like it remembered what I had spent centuries trying to forget. I tied it around my wrist, and the moment the knot pulled, so did the past. I wasn't ready. I thought I was. But nothing prepares you to watch her die twice. Her blood was warm, her eyes forgiving, not the face of betrayal. No, this was willing. She wasn't stolen. She wasn't tricked. She offered herself. And they, those cloaked cowards, bowed like priests at her feet and carved her name into theirs. She whispered, "Don't follow." And I did nothing. I was supposed to be her sword. Instead, I became her silence, The ribbon tightens now, not to bind me to her, but to remind me of who let go. Tell me, when the dead leave you a memory, is it a gift or a curse that just learned how to bleed? Her voice hums beneath mine now, soft, steady, patient, like she's waiting for me to break, and welcoming me home when I do. I look into the mirror, and it blinks first. But it's not my face that looks back. The jaw is mine, the eyes, hers. The ribbon isn't just memory. It's a passage, a ritual, and I let it in. I can feel her tracing the edges of my thoughts, rewriting, recalling, reclaiming. What if I was never the narrator? What if she's only now finding her breath through mine? This isn't possession, it's inheritance. And she wears me now the way I wore the ribbon. It was gone, burned, buried, forgotten. I saw the cover curl in fire. I watched the ink run like blood from a wound. But memory doesn't burn so easily. Tonight, it returned, not as an artifact, but as a promise. No dust, no stain, just leather, warm to the touch, and pages blank as if waiting to remember me. It wrote itself, just once, one line, in the bottom corner. Not a title, a warning. It wasn't over. It was never over. I was never its author, only its vessel, and the ink has chosen me again. She gave me her voice. Now she wants it back, and this time the book will write in blood. I didn't hear the door open. I only felt the air change, like breath held too long. Something ancient had entered. He didn't speak at first. Pale skin stretched over sharp bones, eyes black as grave pit water. He walked like a memory returned too late. He knelt before the bed, not to me, to the blood that hummed in the pages, to the one writing through my hands. And in a voice not meant for the living, he whispered, "My lady, you live again." He wasn't afraid, he was relieved, like a worshipper who'd waited 1,000 years, and finally heard the altar breathe back. She has followers, I have questions, and the dust remembers every answer. I asked him nothing, but he gave me everything. The mark was carved into him, not ink, not brand, burned by blood. Her crest her house. It was impossible. Her bloodline ended with fire, with me. But he bore it like a knight returning home. And in his eyes, those hollow, starless eyes, I saw it. She wasn't the only one he turned. She was the first. The others waited. They built a covenant in the dark, bound by her sacrifice, sealed in sleep, awakened by her name. One by one, they're waking, not for war, not for vengeance, but for her. It started with warmth, just warmth. Not from the room, not from within me, from her. The ribbon caught fire, but it didn't burn, it bloomed. Like it had waited centuries for permission, and beneath it was not just skin. It was writing, burned into me. It wrote itself into flesh, into blood memory. I was never just the witness, I was the seal. The flame didn't destroy the ribbon, it revealed it. And now, it remembers everything I never chose to know. I thought I'd uncovered her story, learned her name, carried her ribbon, survived her silence. But the truth was never mine to hold. Her voice didn't speak into the air. It moved through me. And in that moment, I heard her truth, as if I had always known it. I was never the reader. I was the last page. The book didn't end. It turned inward. It waited for me to become the ink. This was never about remembrance. This was resurrection. She is not returning. She is already here.